For today's video, we have the round 22 review for Supercoach 2021. We had a not great week, 2,226. Yeah, it feels like we say that every week, past few weeks. Not the best week, but yeah, getting roughed up by a few outs, but also don't have the best finishing team either. So combination of both. And then, yeah, rank 1,181. So hopefully finish top 1K. I think we're only 80 points out. But it is going to be pretty tough. We'll see what happens next week. But yeah, this week pretty much was dodge the defender bullets. So we dodged a few. Dodged Stewart, dodged Mills. Stewart's sounds like it might hurt him in the preseason next year. So we'll see how he goes over the preseason. But not having him has hurt really bad this year. But obviously out now when people have no trades. A little bit lucky there, but yeah. Then we had Stephen May out, so I thought, had a leg up there. Stephen May out. Not great for us. So copped our first 0, besides the 4 we copped during the bye rounds, of course. But yes. Painful week. No trades left. So basically, we did something stupid here, but we straight fielded Parker and looped Bolton because Parker outscored him 4 weeks in a row. And what we're going to do is we're going to loop Bolton and then move Bianco in the mids. No, hang on. I think we could have somehow looped Bianco because Laird could have been moved in the midfield. But Highmore was laid out, I think maybe a few hours before, and then May out as well, so didn't worry about it. And then, yeah, could have looped Parker and Newcomb, but didn't work out. Anyway, yeah, not great, but team was pretty much good for the most part. Captain McRae was solid. I think a few people would have gone Steele or Oliver. Should have gone Josh Kelly, but knowing their matchup. But given since he's rolled his ankle, he's been pretty average. So with Josh Kelly, I think if I'm GWS, I would just play him 19 games a year. Give him a rest when he needs it. Because I think earlier this year, when he was playing half forward, something might have been up with him. I think Jared Healy suggested groin, then he rolled his ankle, was rubbish for like 6 weeks. Give him a week off, and he's back to the star that we know he is when fully fit. So yeah, I think Marshall really disappointing. I think he's sort of a point of difference for us. Zeeble might be out next week, so it'll be interesting to see how we line up. But yeah, anyway, the defense was Jesus, plenty of money on the bench. But yeah, Laird was solid. He was good today. Him and Seaman hold their head up high. I think Crows were okay. Just I don't know. Melbourne seemed to run out games pretty well. Jaden Short was pretty good against the Giants. I was watching Rioli as well. If he's cheap enough, I might look at him next year, but I don't think he's going to be cheap enough anymore. I have to check his average. He doesn't get kickouts though, Dan Rioli, so it's like I don't think he's a keeper in the forward line. He might be like a stepping stone, but we'll see. I think he could average 80. I don't know. We'll see how he goes in the preseason, but yeah, out of a lot of the role change defenders, I think he's been probably the best out of like Rusco and Blakey and stuff like that. So probably none of them next year, but Rioli seems okay. Whitfield disappointing. Ridley was good. I didn't see much of the Bombers game though. They floored the Gold Coast Suns. May laid out. Playing the Crows, probably just wanted a week off with the threat of the bye round, pre-finals bye disappearing. And then Bianco we fielded, so would have been nice to have Durham over 8-5, but I think Durham probably would have been stuck in the midfield anyway. And in the midfield, Jack Steele had a really, really poor second half. He had 10 touches, but I think they tried to rough him up. I think he was on Dangerfield and Selwood at times, and Danger's probably still the best contested ball winner in the league on his day. He was just too good. Every time he was in a contest, he won the contest. He was unbelievable. So you can't do it week in, week out. But yeah, he was unreal. But yeah, unfortunate. Like again, a average game for Steele, like below par is 100. That's perfectly fine. McRae vice captain against Hawthorn. McRae unreal again. Probably had 30 touches. Clary against the Crows. Interesting. I thought about captaining him. Not after McRae scored 136, you take that. But I had a feeling. So basically, what they did is they played Sloan on him, And Sloan is a good defensive mid, not as much anymore, but Sloan played his probably best game for the year. So they put Sloan on Oliver, and they probably was an even matchup. Obviously, Oliver's like twice the player Sloan is at the moment, but I think Sloan's best ever game, and Oliver's not his best game. Kicked really poorly as well. So Matthew Nicks, he couldn't let Oliver do what he did last time to us. So that was a good coaching move, but too bad, it doesn't really matter. Walsh didn't watch the game. Poor Walsh at Carlton. They are in trouble. And Zach Merritt didn't see, that's fine. Andy B, come back next week, so that'll be fine. And then Josh Kelly plays Carlton. I might chuck a VC on him if he plays early. I'm not sure what the fixture is. And then Bramble's probably been our MVP, to be honest, this year. We've had to field him just out of necessity just about every week since the buys. So he's been unbelievable. So he's been good. Rucks are pretty disappointing. Again, they let Luke Jackson ruck a fair bit. So I think Gorn's done as you can't pay. I don't really want to pay for either of these two. Grundy just looks disinterested. That's really poor, 95 average. I don't think, it's been like 4 or 5 years since he's put up these numbers. So we'll see what happens with that. And then Combin, he played, which was great, which means we lose a loophole. So not great. But we have Aiden Fife as our loop. And then I'm sure we'll have 3 more laid outs next week. And then the forward line, I pick Aaron Hall next year. We'll see. And then Rowan, disappointing. Rowan, maybe this is why Steele didn't score well. Rowan was largely ineffective around the ground. I think they played at Cardinia, so that's not the best matchup for players that like space, so players that take a lot of uncontested marks around the ground. So I don't know, maybe just had a poor game, but very poor game from Rowan. Never been the best tap ruckman. Been a decent tap ruckman, but his strength is around the ground, so he didn't really get going. Danger unreal. Carried that team to victory. Zeeble might be out next week. He has a calf complaint, and I think he played through it. So why would you play him next week? It makes no sense. 60, pretty disappointing. I didn't even realize he scored 60. So we'll see how he goes. Depth is going to be tested again. We'll see how we line up. Parker played basically forward pocket, and then fourth quarter he was released up the ground, and that's when he scored well. But the game was dead, so was hoping he would get mid-time, but whatever. So how we line up next week? So I think we should get all our players back, hopefully. Highmore maybe, I'm not sure. So I think we'll line up like this, and then we'll probably I'm just going to assume Zeebel's out. We'll straight field Bolton. Do we field Bramble or Newcombe? I think we'll go Bramble. Oh, they both have nice matchups. We can't loop them, which kind of sucks. So maybe we'll loop Finn. Parker plays at the same time. That's annoying. So I think we'll line up like this. So decent team this week, because I think a lot of people will be a man down with Stewart. And maybe some other people run out of trades, so maybe that can carry us to top 1K. But we'll see. Not in the best position, but in an okay position this week. So need Tobias to go off against Carlton. But pretty flat week this week. We'll check the ranks real quick. I think SC Mama will win. So congratulations to her. That's an unbelievable story, cleaning up all us boys. But well-deserved win. Seems pretty humble on Twitter. So hopefully, Babs not going to win. So Babs is from our Discord. I think I've said that every week. So I was hoping he would win. So I'm sure he would have given me a nice cut. Not to be. So that's unfortunate. So he'll, I don't know, second, third, fourth maybe. Fifth is pretty close. It's pretty tight. Hopefully he just gets a tracksuit at this point. But I think he'll be okay, because he has Bolton M9. So if let's have a quick look. So if Zeebel's not playing, he'll have Bolton cover. Didn't even field Bolton this week. but yeah, probably no chance to win. But good job to Babs this year, represented us very well. So anyway, that's the final team for the year. Hopefully it's been I mean, personally, this squad, I think we got 5 in the top 50 at the moment. So, or 4 in the top 50. So a few of the boys doing well. Very disappointing for myself. But yeah, overall, fun year. Difficult year. I think definitely forgot how to play this year, to be honest. But yeah, need to be a bit more methodical and think more long term next year. But have a good off season, good break from Supercoach. Looking forward to the finals because I think we'll see I think any of the top 8 can win it, which sounds stupid. Might be a bit of an ask for like a GWS, for example, but Dogs have been lowering their colours. Brisbane are back in form, but they had a rough patch. Melbourne had a rough patch. Geelong without Stewart's pretty rough. So, and even Port, like God help us. I live in Adelaide. I work in Port Adelaide, and I can't stand that area. It's so feral. So, yeah, I'm Crows through and through. I'm SA through and through, but I can't handle a Port. No way, Port flag. So, I'm still going for the Dogs. If not the Dogs, I wouldn't mind Essendon getting up for Ben Rutten. Been a great club band for the Crows. But yeah, I can't wait for finals. As much as I love Supercoach, I love finals. It's so good to watch the big games, stars stand up. Can't wait. But that's probably a lie. I like watching Jake McRae score 130s every week. But yeah, should be a good final series. I don't know about the strength of the teams, but it's the most even from 1 to 8 I've lived through, I think. So yeah, can't wait for it. Could see a few straight sets, for example. But anyway, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you guys soon.